No, but it really does feel like this is a role of a lifetime. I'm so curious, take us back really quickly. How did you go about booking this? Like, what was that process like? Was it like a shoe-in from the beginning, or did you have to come back several times?
So I was working on a show called Madam Secretary on CBS for.
Stop if you watch.
Yes, thank you. On CBS for 6 years. And at the end of that, I had a child right in the middle of that. And I remember being like, oh my God, what am I going to do? You know, I'd done Pippin. And I went straight into Madam Secretary for 6 years. And I was like, what is going to happen? What am I going to do? I had a mini breakdown. Because, you know, being a new mother, losing yourself a little bit, like, I started to have a lot of things that mothers always go through, especially, you know, I'm a working mother, and you know, I felt I didn't really know what was going to happen once Madam Secretary ended. And I remember taking a trip out to LA, and I had a meeting with a friend of mine who worked at Lionsgate, and I just wanted to sit in his office, just talk through some things. Like, I remember talking to my friend, like, I don't know what's going to happen next, but let me just make a lot of meetings. You know, I've been blessed to work on a show for 6 years. I know some people. Let me just start making some appointments. Like, what do I have to lose? Let me just walk in the office. If they say no, they say no, but let me have the appointment. And so I went on a couple of generals, and then I sat in my friend's office, and I met the casting director at Lionsgate, and then he asked me, like, what do you want to do? And I was like, okay, well, we're here. You asked. I said I had been on a show for 6 years. It was my first time doing television. I was a #1 on Broadway. I said I got a lot of great experience out of it, watching Taya Leone, watching all of these really incredible actors around me. I'm ready to lead my own show. And I just said it, and I was like,
Yes.
you know, and you would be so lucky to have someone like me, basically.
Yes.